Let's make some noise.
예, 大家好. 예, 방금 중국에서 돌아왔습니다.
I just came back from China.
지난해 11월부터
From last November, for the past 7 months, I've traveled abroad, and I think I visited the global branches for about 4 months. Please pop up the keywords.
그래서 지금 제가 현장을 다니면서 확인하는 것은
I visited a lot of branches, and I found out that Atomy is at a mere beginning.
받고 왔습니다. 이제 가장 최근에 다녀온 곳이
Recently, I visited China.
1만 5천석
Over 15,000 participants gathered, and the tickets were like immediately sold out.
회장님 3명 자리만 좀 구할 수 없나요?
Someone told me that please give me 3 seats.
그런 것 좀 하지 마세요.
So I said, don't make that kind of request because I'm a really busy person. And I got a lot of pleas, so I told the branch manager to give me 3 tickets. Anyways, for me, that kind of pleases were made. So like from that, we can see that the seats were not enough to accommodate all the people. We have one partner from Xinjiang Uyghur, and some of them couldn't take the flight, so they need to drive for 4 days and 3 nights in order to attend the Success Academy.
그러니까 여러분들 오늘 10시간 이상 운전하고 오신 분 여기 아무도 없잖아요.
I think none of us here drove for over 10 hours today. So I think you guys are kind of lucky that you don't need to drive for over 10 hours in order to get here.
지금 애터미가 전 세계적으로
Anyways,
다시 중진기고 떨쳐 일어나
Atomy is now quantum jump globally,
그런 현장을
and we're now rise again, raise the flag, and play the drums. I want you all go global. And let me tell you how we could do that. You don't need to go abroad. If it is possible, you could go abroad, you could travel abroad. But in the domestic arena, there are a lot of foreigners. You need to talk to them. And once you're starting dialogue with that kind of foreigner, you could go global. There are some people who have a bigger foreign overseas line. There are someone who have really bigger line in Korea, not going abroad. So I think the important thing is to have an expectation. Atomy is now rewriting the history of the network marketing.
네트워크 마케팅의 역사가 문제가 없으면 새로 쓸 이유가 없겠죠.
We don't need to rewrite the history if there's no problem, but
세상에서 욕도 좀 얻어먹고 있고
sometimes the network marketing is being blamed by other people, and we sometimes are rejected by people. And I try to find out the reason. I analyze it, and I decided to make the most respectable business. And that's why I decided to rewrite the history of the network marketing, and I started Atomy under that vision. What are the problems of the network marketing? We are selling the quality product at a lower price. But if we did it, there might have been no problem. But the seeds, for example, the price of the seeds were doubled or tripled, and sometimes we need to bother other people because we need to sell some product, some unnecessary products. So sometimes people rejected to use our product. So Atomy decided to sell only the necessary products. That's why we are focusing on the necessity: toothpaste and toothbrushes, cosmetics, health functional foods. all of these products are the one that you've used before and you always need in your daily life. But the problem is that not only Atomy but also other network marketing companies are also selling that product. For example, shampoos are being sold at the department store, online store, discount store, and so on. And let's say that compared to the discount store and department store, the product of Atomy need to be better. If we do it, there might be no problem. So we need to keep this two principle. First one, the necessity need to be be sold at an affordable price, but it should be really qualified. And then if you introduce this product to other people, it will automatically sold. Let's say that it's really affordable and it's really quality, and that the necessity will just automatically sold. Will be sold.
그런 부분들에 대해서 이렇게 팔려고 달라들면요, 여러분도 부담스럽고 사는 사람도.
If you're just focusing on selling the product and like increasing the number of the sales, you might be frustrated very soon. So don't try to sell the product to other people.
애터미는 파는 비즈니스가 아니에요. 다른
Atomy business is not about selling.
비즈니스가 절대 아니에요. 그런데 여러분들이 싸고 좋은 생필품은 누구든지 한 사람한테는 팔 수 있어. 한 사람.
And you could sell this kind of necessity to one person, that is yourself.
어차피 다른 사람들이 내한테 팔아먹고 부자 됐단 말이에요. 할인 매장도 부자 되고.
Like discount store sold this kind of product to you, and they make money. And
당신들 부자 만들어준 거 그만하고.
stop making them rich. Start making yourself rich. And the necessities are really affordable and it is really quality, and in that way it is much easier for you to sell the product to yourself. So if you're not an idiot, you could do Atomy business. You could sell the product to yourself.
내가 내한테만 팔아가지고 무슨 돈이 되냐 이거예요.
And how you could make money by selling the product to yourself. First of all, you need to make the profit by consuming. If it is really affordable and it is really good, it might be profitable to you. If you use only Atomy product, you could save 200,000, 300,000, or 1 million Korean won a month.
그렇기 때문에 여러분들은 소비자로만 하더라도 일단 이익이 있는 거예요.
That is why I say just by becoming a consumer, you can get some benefit. But you can also tell your friends. You don't have to sell it to others. All the things that you need to do is to sell the product only to yourself. Don't sell the product to others. What should you do? Just give them some information. Don't try to sell products. This is the information-based society where you can make money by providing information. If you give someone an information, but if that person doesn't really accept that information, that is not a loss for you. So what you need to do is just to give information. For some people, it can be very helpful, and there are some people who was looking for that information. Today we have higher interest rate, and that is because the government has gave a lot of money to the market, and this is not a good thing. For example, if later on, if the government says that they will give away some money to you, then don't give your vote for them, because if the government put a lot of money to the market, then that would mean inflation. And the US, they have interest rate of about 5%. And I really want to have a saving in the US. Why is it that they are raising interest rates so fast? Why? Only for one reason. That is the purpose is to control inflation, because inflation is very when it goes up like very crazy.
몇십 프로, 몇백 프로 뛰는 그
it shows a very
살인적인 물가를 잡을 수
crazy
있기 때문에
rise.
그것이
And
경제학자는
the reason
무조건,
why a lot of
이자를
economists
올려서 돈이
says
안
that the
풀리도록
government needs
만들어서,
to increase,
물가를
raise
잡고 있다는
interest
거예요.
rate is because
그래서 지금 전
this is the
세계가
best
이
way to
포퓰리즘으로 그냥
control
돈을 뿌렸던, 코로나 핑계 대고 돈을
inflation,
뿌렸던 것 때문에
and
여러분들이 지금 다
because of
어려움을
the
겪고 손해를 보고
COVID-19, the
있는 거예요.
government
여러분들이 100만 원, 200만 원
put a lot of
받았던
money
거예요.
in
이게
the
다
market,
뺏겼어. 왜?
and you
물가가
got
올라가지고
some
그럼
government
더 나갔어요.
money,
그다음에 이자로 해가지고요, 더
and
나갔고요.
you might think that
돈을 빌렸으냐면은
this
되게
is
서민들이 돈
plus for
빌려가지고
you,
집
but
사고
it is
다
not
그거 살아요. 근데
actually,
이자가
and
높으니까
you lost
정부에서
even
줬던 거
more
100만 원, 200만 원
in
그거
a very
받았던 거 이미 다
indirect
다시 뺏겼단
way, and
앞으로
you
그런 걸 주면은
lost
받을래요, 안
a lot of
받을래요?
money. So would you get
받아야
that
되는 거예요,
money
그런
from
거.
the government? Don't do that.
받지
Don't
마세요.
receive that kind of money.
그런 거 주면은 절대 표를 주면 안 되는
Do
거예요.
not give your
populism이라고 그러는
vote
거예요.
to
그러니까
that kind
그
of
망하는 길이에요,
politicians, and that is called
그래서
populism.
이 지금 돈을
And
뿌렸던
that's
것
the
때문에
wrong direction
지금 금리가 올라가.
for a country, and we have higher interest rate and higher inflation rate, and everything is going up.
사람들이 같은 월급을 받아가지고
And people still have the same level of income, and they are running out of money, and they need more income. So this is a highly intensive, industrialized society. So we are having a smaller number of jobs, and because of factory automation and robot-based automation, they don't need human labor anymore. But of course, some kind of judgment should be done by human, but they are also replaced by AI computers. So we are growing, but we are not getting more income. This is called income-less growth. This is the era that where we are living at. So we have. Do you think we have a lot of people finding jobs? Yes, we do.
무슨 애터미 사업이
Our Atomy business is very interesting and fantastic. It's not that the reason why many people are doing this business. It is not because they are doing this. It's because they're not doing Atomy business, not because it is fantastic and interesting. That's not true. But you still need to do Atomy business. Why? Even if it's not very easy, not very fantastic for you, you still have a lot of people who would come to your downline. There are a lot of people trying to find that kind of jobs. Everyone or some part of them. Not everyone. But there are still some people who are looking for this kind of job. And some other people, they believe they don't really like this kind of work. But some others, they love this job. For example, some people are very nervous when they are told they have to sing in front of many people. But some others, they really like singing in front, singing in the stage. So you might feel that Atomy business is not your job, but you still need to do that. And what you need to do is to find those who are very, very passionate and who love talking to people. So you need to find that kind of person and people and talent. And how? You need to talk to a lot of people. When you are doing business, do you feel like your partners are working very hard and they are very kind and they are very talented and you don't have to support them and help them? That's your hope, right? That's your hope, and that is not your reality. Do you think many people are having that kind of partners? No way. Then should you try to change that not very passionate person, but people don't change? Look at your children. Do they change? No.
여러분들을 여러분
No
부모님들이
way.
얼마나
And
바꿔보려고
you
했는데,
also
여러분
didn't
선생님들이
change
얼마나
despite
바꿔보려고
all
했는데,
the effort
그게 안
by your
바뀌었잖아,
parents and
지금.
teachers. You are still
그래,
the
사람
same
안 바뀌어요.
person, so people don't change.
저는 학교를 만들어 가지고 교육을 하고 있지만은
I am providing education for kids and students, but I don't think they
바뀌는 것은 두
would
가지가
change.
있어.
There are only two things that can change.
이제 현재 있는 사람을 바꾸려고 하지 말아요.
Don't try to change
그런데 찾는 사람은 있을까 없을까?
your partner, but there are still some people who love this kind of job and they have great plan and they are trying to go outside Korea and they would say, I have my own plan, you don't have to take care of myself, and they will say, I will do it by myself and it's my pleasure to help you sponsor. There is that kind of person, but if you try to change your own existing partner to that kind of person, that doesn't really work. What should you do? You should find that kind of person. How?
진주 조개잡이밖에 없어요.
You should find
모든 조개 안에
a lot
진주가 다
of
들어 있으면요.
people,
진주는 보석이 아니에요.
and let's say every com
누구한테 비싸게
has
찾아낸 진주를 사가냐고.
pearl,
누구든지
then
다
that
그거를 가지고
means
있는데.
pearl is no longer a
진주
precious
조개 안에
jewel.
모든 진주에 진주가 안 들어 있는 것이
The reason
다행이야.
why pearl
그래서 내가
is very
진주잡이
precious is
직업을 가질 수가
because
있는 거예요.
not every com has, not every shell has the pearl. Natural and precious pearl, if you want to find them very a lot, then you need to catch a lot of shells and you need to open them. And then, as you open a lot of shells, you can find some pearls. And if you find the shell as shell empty, then what should you do? Just
근데 말은 그렇게 하지 마.
give up. Just throw that away. And those impassionate partners, throw them away. But you should not tell them, I will do my best to help you in front of them, but in your deep heart, you would say, you tell yourself, I will find another person. And that way, you would not hate them because you just, anyway, to him away. So it is very thankful for him to be a consumer, and they are still there, and they are still coming to our event, and you would be very thankful. And in front of them, you should say, I will help you, but in your deep heart, you should throw them away. That is the best way for you to be very calm. Do you think I expected a lot for every leaders? Actually, for the imperials and crown leaders, I didn't really expect a lot from them. And my deep heart, I just thought, he cannot succeed. So you should do the same thing. We have a lot of people out there, so you should not stress yourself out because of certain people in your group. Rather than that, you should go outside and find some people. You should not try to become very you should not try to persuade someone. It doesn't depend on you. It depends on the person you talk to. Recently, I ride bicycles, and there are many people who don't have any job anymore, who are retired, and they love to talk to many people. Of course, there are some people who just walk alone, and they don't really like to be talked to by anyone. So you should not talk to them. So you should just talk to those who are very welcoming. And you should say, your skin, I love your skin. I love your clothes. This is a good weather. So you can say anything. What are you doing? I'm doing Atomy business.
실제로
What do you do?
해보니까요. 저도 막 사업자 하고 싶어.
And
누가 이런 애터미 같은 회사 하나 누가 만들어.
I also wanted to a leader
사업자 같아요.
because this is my
그래서
job.
어느 날 이렇게
I really hope someone can
얘기를 하다
create
보니까
a company like
어떤 분이
Atomy.
와가지고 자전거에 대해서
I
막
was
물어보는 거예요. 제 자전거가 좀
riding
비싸거든요.
bicycles because my
그랬더니
bicycles
물어봐요.
are
그
very
얘기를 하다가
expensive.
제가 이제
So
애터미
someone
제품을 하나
asked
딱
me,
먹어보니까
someone
애터미
asked
제품
me
드시냐고 그러는 거예요? 제가
about the
깜짝 놀라서
bicycles, and I had a Atomy product, and he said, "Oh, you are having Atomy," and he is a engineering major. He majored in engineering, and he is
애터미라는 회사에 대해서
a professor. And he said, I know Atomy, and I asked, how come? And he said, the company does missionary work, and it turns out that he is Christian. And I said, I am the chairman of Atomy. And he said, oh, really? And he's not actually the member of Atomy. Isn't it a really good opportunity? If I am a leader, I would recommend Atomy to him. And he asked me about the price of my bicycles, and he said, I cannot buy that based on my salary. And I can say, you can do that. If you become an imperial master at Atomy, you can buy 10 bicycles like these. So the story can go like this. You should not ring the bell. You should not go to door, but you have a lot of places where we can find those people who are taking a walk, and there are tons of shells. So I recommend you to meet 100 people every day, but you should not think, I will find a pole. You should not think like that. You should just try to talk to 100 people. It's okay, even if you don't really sell anything. And as you are doing, and as you are talking to so many people, you would naturally find those the perfect person, the right person. And those people would say that I was looking for this kind of opportunity, and I used to run a restaurant, and I closed the restaurant, and later on I wanted to start this kind of business. But if you talk to that person at that timing, then you can find that pearl. It is really hard to find the one person being registered. So you would think a lot, which point should I talk about first? You might think a lot, but if you try to talk to 100 people, then it's not really, it will not make you tired. Because you can take it easy. You should not try to change someone, but don't throw them away, but try to talk to them, but don't pay too much attention. Just take it easy. And there are some people who become very passionate only by listening to your information, and they would say, I was looking for this kind of business. I want to become imperial master. They are so passionate by themselves. Those who are not that passionate, you should not stress yourself out because of those people. Those cold-minded people, there are tons of those kind of people around you, and you should throw them away in your deep heart.
찾아내는 거예요.
So you should find the right person.
진짜 천연 다이아몬드는요.
Those natural diamonds, they are not made.
찾아내는 거예요.
They are found.
그러니까 흙을 털어봐야 돼.
You should try to
흙을 털어본다는 게 뭐냐면은
see,
이런
look
세미나에
at
가보자.
those diamonds and see if they are diamond or not.
근데 여러분,
So how should you do?
사람의
Let's go
말에는요,
to this
능력이
kind
있어요.
of seminar. You
그렇기
have a
때문에
really good
말을 그냥
ability
이렇게,
by talking to
쉽게
someone,
쉽게 던지세요.
which means if you
그래도요,
talk to many people
말을 가지고요,
like several
사람들은
times, then
계속
that
곱씹어요.
your
그러니까
words will
이렇게
become
한번
very
얘기를
powerful.
했더니
Your
안 간다고
words
그래.
will make
한번
people
물건 써보라고
keep
했더니 안
thinking.
쓴다고 그래.
You will say,
그게
try this
내가
item
안 쓴다고
and
그러니까 내가
try
너에게
and come
제로가
to
된 게
this
아니에요.
seminar. And if they don't
자,
buy the
제품
item,
써보라고
if they don't
가보자고
come to the
그랬어요?
seminar and they say
그러면은
no,
그 사람
then that
마음속에
doesn't mean
예를
your
들면 한번
effort
얘기를 했더니
became
한
zero,
3분의
resulted
1쯤은
in zero.
가볼까?
They would say
에이, 3분의 1은
no, but
에이, 괜히 끌려가가지고 시간
like
없는데.
1/3
이렇게
of them
생각하고
would say,
또
oh,
한번 던졌더니
I can go there,
또 3분의
but
2쯤은
no. And
진짜
2/3 of
가볼까?
them
에이.
would say it's a
그러다가
waste
세
of
번째
time.
딱 얘기를
And
하면은
if you say twice and third times,
말똥말똥이지.
and they would
네 번째
would
얘기를 했더니
more
자,
likely, they would be
그러면은
more
첫
likely
번째
to
얘기
come.
했던
4
얘기가
times more likely, even more
제로예요?
likely.
아니면
So
3분의 1이라도 일을
when
했어요.
you sat
일을
for the
한
first
거예요.
time, that first
그래서
words,
여러분들은 계속
invitation,
말을 주변 사람들한테
the result is
던지는데
not actually zero.
자, 기존
That first
사람들한테
word
던지는 것도
actually
중요해요.
worked very well.
계속해서 반복하는 거.
So you need to
그다음에 또
repeatedly
하나
talk
중요한
to
것은
those
새로운
people you
사람을 계속해서
used
찾아내라
to
하는
talk
거예요.
to. And another one is
그러니까
that you need to
여러분들이
find those new people. You need to keep finding new people as
오늘
well.
100명을 내가 얘기를 하겠다는 목표를 정하세요.
So you should set the goal to talk to 100
그럼
people
뭐
today.
상가를 다니면서 막
So if you go to
애터미
some
하세요,
stores,
뭐
you
이렇게
can
막
ask,
던져보고
do you know Atomy?
100명이나 오늘 해야 되는데
And 100
1분,
people,
2분도
right?
뭐
1 minute,
아까운
2
거예요.
minutes.
그러니까
You
이게
should not
반응이
waste
안
them.
나오면은
So
버려버려.
if the response is not very
그리고 다음에
good, then throw them away. And next time you can go there and talk to them. If you go there 10 times and 20 times, and they
거기서
what
얼굴이 익혀져
what
갖고
they
유명한
say,
사람이 되는 거예요.
they would
저
believe
사람은
that they are very
이러면서
you are very
어떻든지 간에
famous.
여러분들이
They would
계속해서
recognize you.
반복해서 얘기하는
So you
것이
should
필요하다
repeatedly
하는
talk
것입니다.
to many people.
그리고 하루에 100명
And
정도를
100
새로운
people
사람한테 계속
every
얘기하다 보면은
day. When you
한
talk
달이고
to
두
100
달이고
people
하다
every
보면은
day,
진짜
1 month
적극적이면서
and 2 months
알아서 할
later,
사람
you would be able
찾아낼
to
수 있을까요,
find
없을까요?
the right person.
있어요.
You can find that
그리고
person.
그것을 하다 보면은 이제 내 파트너들이
And if you keep doing that, let's say you have 10 partners, 100 partners, your partner, like 10 or 100, your partner will do the exactly same thing. In that way, the number of people you will talk to will be 10,000 every day, and you might find the very one from that number. So let's say you need to talk to 100 people a day, and you need to get used to it every day.
나중에 여러분의 파트너들 10,000명을 움직일 수가 있어요.
And then later, all of your partner will move 10,000 people. And let's say that 10,000 people talk to 100 people every
그게
day.
있어요, 없어요? 진주가.
And then you will find a pearl from that large number. So I said that this is a game of probability. Atomy sells a necessity, absolute quality, absolute price product. And then this is the product that people would repeat purchasing because it has a quality and an affordable price. This only could be possible only in Atomy. No other network company, direct selling company could not do that. Because I've already used that product and the product were not really good, that the price were not really affordable. And then after that, the customer will not buy it again. But the Atomy is different. Once you introduce a product to customer, they might be surprised with the quality and the price.
지금 우리 화장품 있잖아요. 우리 화장품은요. absolute 화장품.
Let's take an example of the Absolute.
세종대왕상 받은
It
거예요.
won the King Sejong Award. King Sejong Technology Award.
상은 좀 들어봤을 거예요.
You might heard of Chang Yong-sing Award before, but King Sejong Award is quite different.
중에서도
Among the every invention patents, only the winner, only the number one product could got this award.
그러니까 대한민국이
So
전 세계 최고의 기술 강국이에요.
you know that Korea is a technology powerhouse in the world. We have the largest number of patents. It's about 100 to 150,000 patents every year. And it contains semiconductor product like jet or missiles, battery product, technology, shipbuilding.
엄청난 첨단 기술.
So many cutting-edge technologies of Korea are added, like LED, home appliances as well.
기술 강국이기 때문에
Korea is a technology powerhouse, which means that we have so many patent technologies. We have the largest number of patents.
그 중에서 1등을 한
And among that technologies,
그거를 화장품이 받았다는 거예요. 화장품.
cosmetic product won the King Sejong Award. It is really unexpected, unprecedented.
어떻게 가지고 화장품이
Then how come the cosmetic product could compete with missiles, submarine, defense industry, and so on? And cosmetic product won the technology award, winning all over these kind of products. So this is the one and only product. This is the unprecedented product. This is the combination of the medical technology and the cutting-edge technology. Let's take an example of anti-cancer drug. If we inject this into the body, it kills the normal cells and the cancer cells as well. So we can't just inject this into the body, and we need to, if we protect the human body, we need to use drug delivery system. That drug delivery system is joint with the cosmetic technology. Let's say that if you apply the whitening product on your face, it is not really observed in your skin. There is a cells related to the whitening effect, and this product could function on the melanin cells, and it is really targeting that cells exactly. If we use that product with the DDS technology, it is exactly targeting that cell. So the technology that target exactly the cells is well observed and well applied into this cosmetic. That's why it is the world best cosmetics, and that's how we could win these kind of awards.
여러분들이 지금 우리 화장품이 가격이 비싸지가 않단 말이에요.
Our cosmetic products, not only our but also other products, are so affordable.
거기보다도 더 싸 어떤 의미에서.
Sometimes our product is much more cheaper than that of the discount store and the department store. So it's supposed to be sold at 2 million Korean won, but it is less than 300,000 Korean won. It is also applied to the other parts. Let's take an example of Hamuhim. This is immunity boost health functional food. This is the number one product in Korea when it comes to the immune system boost. You know, I'm getting older. So these days, I feel fatigued and tired frequently. So before I took 2 sachets, but these days I'm getting more sachets. So I wake up in the morning with more energies than before. In the evening or in the morning, I ride a bike for like 100 kilometers. And it means that I ride a bike for about 5 hours, but still,
그런데 하여간
I'm really energized. So I'm like doing my own experiments. Is it thanks to hemohim or not? So when it comes to the fatigueness or the gut or the stomach diseases, stomach health, hemohim is also helpful for that condition. It also have the patent for these kind of functions. It also good for boosting the immunity. It is good for improving the fatigueness. So when we did the experiment before,
안 해요. 근데 지금부터 거의
like
20년 다 돼가요.
20 years ago, and at an early stage of the hemohim development,
생쥐를 집어넣어요.
we put mice in the cylinder
해모임을 막 먹여.
and we injected hemohim on one cylinder and we didn't inject hemohim in the other cylinder, and we let the mice swim in that cylinder, and the one without hemohim
가지고 꼬르륵 죽어.
is drowned.
먹은 애들은
But
계속해서
the mice with hemohim
훨씬 더 오래 버티고.
kept swimming
그러니까 근육
and survived. So when it comes to the fatigueness in the muscle, it has proven its effectiveness. I know that these days we are not really doing the animal experiment, but before, like 20 years ago, it was possible. So it is scientifically proven already.
면역력 증강뿐만 아니고
Not only the immune system, but also the fatigueness could be improved and enhanced by hemohim. We already had the patent for this effectiveness with hemohim.
이제 계속 한번 먹은 분들이 효과를 보면은
So once you find the effectiveness of hemohim, you might keep eating it.
더 사시다 돌아가셨는데
My mother passed away at her age of 100 years. So when she was 80 years,
금방 돌아가실 줄 알았는데
her health condition was really bad.
몇 년을 더
But she lived another 10 or 20 years and she passed away. And I think it all thanks to hemohim.
잘안 돌아가시더라고.
She lived more than her life expectancy. Like, we already had this tool.
한 가지 해야 될 게 있어.
And what you need to do is this. Do you want to be
부자가 되면은 여러 가지로 좀 편해요.
rich? Yes, I know that. Rich people might live a comfortable life,
못 되는 가장
but there's one reason that you cannot be rich. That is,
부자 될 생각을 안 해.
you don't think
그런 사람이 어떤
of being
누가 있냐고
rich.
부자 시켜주면 다 하지. 안 할 사람이 누가 있냐고 그러는데 실상은요 시켜주면 하지.
The reality is that
시켜주면 하는데 자기가 부자 될 생각은 안 하는 사람.
you don't really try to be rich and you don't imagine the life of a rich person every day.
이렇게 해서 쭉
We met Atomy
싸고 좋아서 쓰고
and we use a lot of good product at an affordable price. You sell the product yourself, and we have that kind of people, and you can make 100 million Korean won a month. And this is the business that we have, and you already admit that we can make 100 million Korean won a month. We get crazy, so happy. But you don't get crazy because you don't believe it.
무슨 한 달에 1억씩을 버냐고.
And some of you might think that, how come I can make 100 million Korean won? It will not happen to me. And you are just strongly believing in this one, and you firmly believe it.
먼저는 한 달에
So first of all, you need to
부자가 되겠다 하는 생각을 하는 것이.
think of yourself making 100 million Korean won a month.
그러면은 여러분들이 지금 인생 시나리오를 작성을 하세요.
Let's say and then you need to write your life scenario.
인생 시나리오 작성하는 거 다 받으셨죠?
Of course, I know that you might get the paper of the life scenario, and you need to write down your life scenario. And when you write down it,
진짜 나 이렇게 될 수만 있다면 나 미쳐버려. 잠 못 자다 막.
you need to have a mind that if I achieve this dream, I might get crazy.
아유, 나 300만 나왔으면 너무 좋겠다 한 달에.
And if you say that, oh, I just want to 3 million Korean won, make 3 million won a month, and you can write down it. But in that way, you might not get crazy.
미쳤냐 이 짓을 하게. 그러면서 때려치워. 그런데 하루에 300만 원씩 나오는.
But let's say that you can make 3 million Korean won a day and 100 million Korean won a month. You might not give up. And that way you could be successful. So please make your dream bigger. So first of all, set a bigger dream. And then you could overcome a lot of difficulties and obstacles easier than before. Let's say there is a rock in front of you, and if the wheel is smaller than the rock, it is really difficult to run over the rock. But if you have a large wheel, it is better for you to tumble over the rock. So what is important is to have a bigger dream. If you have a bigger dream, you could overcome every difficulties or obstacle. The size of dream is really important, and there's no dream in the world which is 100% achievable. There's no 100% achievable dream in the world. And I think the dream, like 100% achievable dream is like this. I can make 1 million won a month in Korea. This kind of dream could be possibly like achievable, but this kind of dream will not change your life. It is better to have a low possibility when you have a dream, because 100 million Korean won a month is 90% possible or 10% possible. I think it is less than 10%. There is less than 10% a possibility to make 100 million won a month. But the successful person challenges that 1% of possibility. Let's say you're in the dark cave. You might see the blink of the light at the end of the cave, and it is the size of the coin. And there are people who could get through it and don't get through it. And if you are the one who don't get through it, you might die in the cave. But if you see the small light at the end of the cave, and if you keep walking through it, you might find that the size of the light will get bigger and bigger, and you will go out of the cave finally. That's why if you have a really less possibility of your dream, you need to take challenge. You need to get crazy. When you write your dream down on your life scenario, don't discount your dream. Just write down it. And you need to declare that dream to the people around you. And people will tell you crazy. And if people say that, there might be a possibility of achieving the dream. The people who was told crazy could be successful. I think you are not yet told crazy because you don't have big dream. If you want to be told crazy, you need to have a bigger dream. And for example, you will be an imperial master making 100 million won a month. In the process, you will make 3 million, 5 million, 10 million, but your final destination should be the one making 100 million Korean won. And the method and the way is to talk to 100 people every day. Some people tell me, do I have to do this on a rainy day? Yes, you don't care about it. You need to meet 50 people or 100 people. Regardless of the number, you need to do it every day. You don't need to really stick to the number itself. What is important is to meet people every day. Kim Kwang-yeol, Imperial Master, met 300 people every day before. He kept talking to people on the street every day, and after doing that, after repeating it, you might meet the very one. And you need to keep it a month, 2 months, or 3 months, and you will get frequent questions, and you might answer to every question. It is kind of training. Success is all about training yourself. You need to go outside. Actually, you don't need to go outside. If you want to use the product itself and you don't want to be successful, okay, go stick to it. And you could live your own life. Then, if you really, really want to be successful, you need to go outside and do the same thing. Please pop it up. Please. Don't close my keywords. I don't want to close here. Please pop up the keywords. I don't want to end here. So make the font smaller and pop up my keywords. So everyone, you need to write your life scenario. You need to rewrite it every month. And in this way, we've already made a lot of successful people. There are a lot of people globally who are eager to be successful with Atomy. There are a bunch of people out there. You don't let them successful, and you need to be the protagonist who will be successful with Atomy. Here, from Turkey, we have a lot of participants, a lot of Atomy members. The ones in blue shirts, blue t-shirts, who are you?
Thailand?
Oh, Thailand.
예. 지금 애터미는요. 이 새로운 시대에 정말 미래 비즈니스 모델이에요.
Atomy is the business model of the future in this new era. From now on, we need to focus on the platform business. In order to do the platform business, you need to invent the platform by yourself.
여러분들이 그거를 만들 수 있으면 하세요.
If you could do it, do it. Like you could make Naver, you could make other platform, and you could earn like trillion won. But if you can't, you need to use the already made system. You need to buy the system. For example, like you could start the McDonald's or the KFC. You could buy it with like billions of won, and you will not fail. But if you have the money, or if you don't have the capability, the only way will be Atomy, because in Atomy we've already had the system. We already made it. And let's take an example of vehicle. We've already invented engine, transmission, and brakes, and the wheels, and so on. We've already made it, and we are just providing you the key. And the only thing you have to do is to turn on the key and drive the vehicle. So if you're not able to make the vehicle, you could drive with the system of Atomy. Like this, you don't need to develop the platform by yourself. You can use the platform Atomy already created. And the only thing you have to do is to deliver the information to the people around you. You don't need to invent the logistics system, accounting system, computing system, product design, logistics, and so on. Everything will be covered by Atomy. And you will earn lots of money, like more than your salaries. And this is the platform business we are providing.
The future will be the hyper-connected society. And this connected society, what is this? A platform, the platforms are something that connect everything. And there's a hyper-connected society. What you need to do is that you need to become the master of the platform. If you just try to just use the platform, then you cannot make money. But Atomy makes you the master of the platform. So all the things that you need to do is to provide information to others. So we have the platform business, and we have absolute price and absolute quality. You can deliver information to your friends, and that connection will be created automatically. And this system, smarter than the person who are smarter can come to your downline. This is Atomy business.
잘 움직이지도 않는 사람들 자꾸 야 카드 내놔 카드 긁어 갖고 직급 맞추자 이따위 짓 하면은요.
And those who are not working a lot and those who are just using their credit cards to maintain their position, that is not the right way. You should challenge, but you should take on challenges, but you should take on healthy challenges. Don't do that. Don't make the stocks because it is not natural, and that would eventually fall. And after failure, you might say, Atomy doesn't work. And that is a very natural thing that those people would feel. Don't do that. Don't do the betting. Don't use your own credit card. What you need to do is to find those people who are very active, who are very passionate. You need to increase the number of consumers. We need to find someone who can talk to 100 people every day. That is the key part of Atomy. That is healthy challenge. You need to take on challenges and talk to 100 people every day. You should not use your own credit card to get promotion. Don't do that, right? Understand? That way you would fail. Other network marketing companies fail that way. Don't do that. And those the sponsors, they say you can become successful only in that way. Then they are actually liars. There are a lot of liars here because they come to us by themselves, and we have those central leaders on the stage, and they look like angels, but we have a lot of liars among them. So you need to find some ways to tell them you should not use your own credit card to buy products to get position. The next month, what should you do? Next month, you should use your own credit card every month. And that way you would fail. You would fall down. And you would say, I did my best. No way.
근데 여러분, 뭐 이렇게 인생 애터미를 통해서
Through Atomy, you can become an imperial master and you can become successful. But there is one thing that is a very big problem. Everyone dies. I am successful, right? I succeeded a lot. But I also die. I would also die. There is something that cannot be solved at Atomy. Only one thing. And this is for marketing. We can become rich in 3 ways. Number one, money rich. You can earn $100K every month. That is enough. You don't have to try to earn even more because it is very stressful to spend a lot of money every month. So not more than that. Just $100K is enough. Especially those gentlemen, they don't actually have any reason to spend a lot of money for me as well. So you can become money rich, $100K every month, and you need to become friend rich as well. You should not become very lonely, and we would have a lot of friends globally. I have a lot of friends, and many people tell me they want to take photo with me. And you can also become time rich. You can become rich in 3 ways. That is the goal of network marketing industry. But regarding time rich, this is about you can do everything you want and you can have the choice not to do that or what you don't want to do. That it means you are time rich. That's possible if you have $100K every month. That can make you very free and you can go travel with your family and you can become time rich. But that is not persistent. That is not something that we can maintain forever. So the Creator, he gave us 2 different kinds of life. The first one is lasts only 100 times. Everyone has that life. But if the life lasts only for 100 years, that means Creator failed. And that 100-year life is called bias. And actually, we have one more life that is something long-lasting. And we need to find the tree of life and Creator in order to give us those life, joy. Eternal life. He gave us the eternal life. And if you are given the eternal life, then our body would also change. So the body that we are using is something that would only last 100 years, and we would get older, right? Everyone here is old, including myself. So the house made by the moth would die. That is why we are buried under the ground. I really hope that Atomians can become money rich, friend rich, and more importantly, I also want you to become time rich. After being successful, I think that if it's the last life for me, success doesn't mean anything if you become imperial. You would still die. And if you die as an imperial, you might feel very sorry. You might feel very sad. Those who are poor might feel like, that's okay, because I'm poor, but you have a lot of money, you have great house, big house, but you die. Next month, you would still get that $100K, but you die. That is that would frustrate you. So I hope everyone can enjoy the second life, the eternal life. I hope everyone can enjoy that blessing. If I say this thing every for the entire day, not many people would not be happy. So next Friday at Atomy Park, from morning until a very late night, we have the revival meeting at Atomy Park, and I hope everyone can enjoy the revival meeting and blessing. I hope everyone, I bless you everyone, and I wish you a eternal life as well. Thank you.